Hi, William Hououin here for a MMORPG video. So, if you're like me, you really dislike mobile MMOs, also known as Red Dot Simulator. You know, those games where you just tap the screen, then auto combat and or auto pathing starts. Games where most of the player input is limited to logging into the game and sometimes giving the credit card information. So I've searched around, tried a lot of games, and made that list. The top 10 non-mobile aka mobilent MMO you can play on your phone. Just before we begin, please don't hate me if I get some of the things wrong. I am by no means an expert on all those games. I'm just trying to bring awareness to great MMOs that are playable on mobile. Okay, let's do it. Villagers and Heroes. In Villagers and Heroes, you will experience many great stories by questing. You will become a great tank, an awesome DPS, or a life-saving healer. You will try to get to the top of the leaderboard in the seasonal raids. You will gather fruits to feed your animals in your ranch, collect wood and ore to craft weapons and armors. You will grind your ass off in the event zones to get the best looking cosmetic items. You will find a place where you belong in the community of players. In Villagers and Heroes, you won't. You won't kill or harm your fellow players, as there is no PvP. You won't be able to decorate or enter your house. While you have a house, it's more like a vault for your stuff. You won't be able to fly, as there is no flying mount or any types of flying mechanics. Vendetta Online. In Vendetta Online you will get to pilot many types of spaceships. You will fight other players through a twitch-based combat. You will choose to become a miner, a trader, maybe both, or a pirate maybe. You will also get to participate in racing events. You will also be able to participate in faction versus faction warfare. Oh, I almost forgot. You will be able to play with a controller. In Vendetta Online, you won't. You won't ever see your character. You're a spaceship pilot, you only see your spaceship. You won't land on any planet. You won't experience any grand story. It's more of a sandbox space MMO. Old school RuneScape. In OSRS, you will experience the good old RuneScape as it was in 2007. You will experience some of the best written questing of all time. You will level up a lot of different skills from combat to magic, acrobatic, fishing, and then some. You will be able to do some PvP in the wilderness area. You will be able to change servers at will. You will fight bosses. In OSRS, you won't. You won't witness realistic, up-to-date graphics. You won't be able to run all the time as there is a stamina system. You won't have a mount like a horse. OSRS doesn't have mounts. RuneScape 3. In RuneScape 3, you will experience a lot of what old school RuneScape is. You will see updated graphics, and you might spend some money in the cash shop. In RuneScape3, you won't. You won't, I don't know, play old school RuneScape? Although, once you have an account for one, it's valid for both. Albion Online. In Albion Online, you will get ganked if you travel alone in PvP areas. You will gather and craft. A lot. You will fight other players. You will do dungeon with a group or by yourself. You will die if you go to red zones. You will set goals for yourself. In Albion Online, you won't. You won't experience much story. There's some lore stuff, but no actual story to discover from quest to quest. You won't get a lot of hand-holding from the game. So try to find friends early on. RPGMO. In RPGMO, you will mostly do three things: grind, grind, and grind. You will be able to chat with a lot of cool people. You will be able to just watch others playing the game using the spectate mode. In RPGMO, you won't get any story. You won't be a part of a guild, since it's not a feature in the game, and you won't see much animation. Adventure Quest 3D. In AQ3D, you will experience funny and goofy quests. You will level up all classes on one character. You will grind for cosmetics that looks amazing. You will fight other players in the arena. In AQ3D, you won't take the game super seriously. You won't get a house. You won't get a mount. Instead, you will become your own mount. You probably won't feel that the world is very coherent. Mystera Legacy. In Mystera Legacy, you will gather and craft a lot. You will build your base alone or with your friends. You will fight against other players. You will experience a fully non-pay-to-win free-to-play MMORPG. The only money you can spend is through a subscription to support the game that only gives you cosmetic options such as more hair color to choose from. You will experience loss, as when you die, you lose XP and gear. In Mystera Legacy, you won't experience any story of any kind. You won't only make friends, let's leave it at that. You won't go offline without worry, as your base can be destroyed while you're offline. You won't be able to download an app for it on iOS. You will have to play it on your browser. I use Safari and it works great. Mobile UO. In Mobile UO, you will play Ultima Online on the Renaissance server. You will craft, gather, fight other players, make any build you want. In short, you will experience a huge sandbox MMORPG. In Mobile UO, you won't play the regular Ultima Online. You won't experience modern graphics. WyvernRPG. In Wyvern, you will play with very passionate old-school MMO players. You will fight many types of enemies. You will ride all over the world in a hot air balloon. You will be questing. You will get to own your own private place. You will probably struggle at first, but you will be greatly rewarded for learning the game. In WyvernRPG, you won't. You won't play with thousands of people. It's a small community. You won't see modern graphics. Wyvern is more of a graphical mod, as in multi-users dungeon. You won't be able to customize how your character looks. Well, at level I think 50, you will enter the Hall of Fame, where you can design and submit to the dev your own character look. So there's that. Alright, that's all for me. I hope it can help mobile players looking for some real MMORPG, and I hope I didn't offended any hardcore MMO players that knows games like RuneScape way better than I do. Feel free to correct any mistakes I've made in the comments section, as it could help new players choosing what's the right MMO for them on the go. Also, I've put up all the links to the game mentioned here, so if you want or need more info, you know what to do. Anyway, thanks for watching and bye bye.